Assassins are holding them back. I mean, Morphling wouldn't really be doing anything at this stage of the game yet because he's working on the Lincolns now. I can only assume that's the Lincolns. But the Marana building the Midas, I'm not so sure about. She could be contributing a bit more. I mean, she has picked up the drums, but she could be well on her way to another damaging item by now.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think the stream has actually dropped out. Apologies there. It should be reconnecting. Unfortunately, there is a 2-minute delay. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll try to fix everything before game number 2. I'm gonna say it's probably me if it's dropping out. Apologies there. But in top lane we do see, actually sorry, no, never mind. In bottom lane we do see engagement. There's one on top as well, and 458's on the run. Nice pop there from the Centaur's ultimate, and they probably will get this Morphling if... Oh no. Yeah, dust
no,
unfortunately.
Maledict, man, they need the Maledict.
Yeah.
So we actually see all the base kit went down in the Shadow Demon, but the Templar Assassin got away. So she's got a lot of movement speed between the drums, the phase boots, and the Yasha. I mean, she's got base 408, that's without the phase boots.
Yeah, well,
actually, finding yourself an illusion rune.
I'm actually a little bit curious. Was that, did the Morphling gear there with the after they popped dust, or was that or was that just a very late sentry that they popped down?
Yeah, I'm not actually sure, mate. Didn't quite catch it. I was trying to follow the Templar Assassin at top, and then you see Centaur, a lot of farm on this guy, picking up a pipe for his team. So that just allows them to group up even more and just keep pushing into the magic damage that's going to come out. And they don't really have a lot of the magic damage yet. I mean, Earthshaker doesn't. He's got level 6, hasn't got a Blink Dagger. We haven't seen an Echo Slam yet.
Not yet. He's actually not very farmed at all in terms of net worth. He's only sitting at 1.3k, so it's going to be a while until he gets any sort of real items. I'm not sure if he'll go for the blink first just because he's so far behind already, but he sort of does need it. Oh, in mid lane though, Tinker does get picked off there. I believe that was to the combo of Disruption Arrow.
Yeah, I didn't actually catch that myself, mate. I was looking at top lane, but yeah, pretty much.
Actually, I don't think they even used the Disruption there. I think it was just the arrow on its own.
Yeah, nice arrow. So that is something that's very good against the Tinker because it's hard to get close to him because he's just going to blink away straight away. But if you have such long range initiation like with the Marana, then you're sweet. And I can see the stream actually has come back up now, so that's good.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well,
and
looks
we're
like
going to see some pushing on mid. Yeah.
They really do need some towers though. Morphling just finished off the tower in the top lane, but they're gonna need more than just the one, and it looks like they're gonna have to back off here. They're just not feeling too strong about pushing up into that tier 1 under the tower, plus when you've got this initiation and this powerful combo so far from the Alphas.
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea, to be honest. And you see Earthshaker here picking up the Arcane Boots. So obviously opting not to rush straight from that Blink Dagger. I guess he expects that he can just walk in and initiate off the Invoker's Tornado. So he's going to bring some mana to his team, but he's going to be a long way from that Blink Dagger now. I mean, Morphling did take the top tower, so that's here a bit of gold there, but he's just going to come back, and Alpha's just going to keep pushing mid. Centaur faking out the stomp.
And this is sort of what the Alphas should be doing. They just should be keeping up the pressure, trying to keep Team S on the back foot always. As you can see at the moment, Morphing's the only one that's farming, and it's currently in the opposite side. Oh, there we go, have a disconnect. So we'll have hopefully a short pause. But yeah, the Team S is currently just pretty much they're all in the base. No one's in the jungle, no one's really farming. Run's going to go bot now to see if she can get some. And yeah, Morphling's in the Dire side jungle, trying to find wherever he can, but it's 21 minutes in and he doesn't really have any big items so far. He's still just sitting on Midas, and he's got an ultimate orb. It's going to be still a little while yet, unless he's got the Lincoln Sphere recipe as well, but does not have the Perseverance so far. We'll have it very soon though, so he will have his Lincolns in the next minute, but he's going to need some bigger items than just the Lincolns before he can really start making a massive impact in these fights.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's the thing with Morphling. You really need to get a lot of farm on him before he can start transitioning into his role as a split pusher and just a very effective right clicker.
Yeah, we can also see how the minuses worked out quite effectively for him to just stay on top of that net worth. He wasn't on top previously, but thanks to that minus, he's certainly caught up and now jumped a little bit ahead compared to that Templar Assassin, and Centaur has started to drop down, but he's not too worried. I mean, as a Centaur, once you've got your Blink Dagger, once you've got that pipe up as well, you're not too worried about your items from then on out. Of course, you'd like you know, some extra tanky items, maybe that heart or whatever you might be going for, but at the same time, once you've got that blink dagger, that really is your key item.
Yeah, we're going to see some initiation a bit here. Tornado into the EMP, and there you see the power of it. I mean, Centaur taken immediately down to low mana, but because the arcane boots, they set him up so he can get in there and stomp and stampede again. So they're not even going to back off. They're going to keep going, and yes, he's going to go in with a stomp, double edge, good destruction from base kip, and they get the Centaur though. He's taking a lot of damage. Soul Catcher on him, but can they follow up? Centaur nearly dead. Paralyzing cast's going to bounce onto him and goes down to the March of the Machines, and now Aegis gone down, so doing its work.
Tinker going in here. What's that much? Looks like that the Alphas might have to just disengage here. They're going to deal some more damage to this tier 2 tower. In fact, they might even get it if it doesn't get glyphed up, and it's not. The tier 2 tower does fall.
Plus, that's with the double damage route there. It's doing a lot of it, but well played by the Evoker to deny that. So denying a bit of gold to the Alphas, and that's good for them. And as you're saying about the Midas, I just want to come back to that quickly. It is keeping them in the game a bit, even against the tower disadvantage. Morphling maintain your spot on top on farm, picked up the Lincolns now, so we could probably. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see a Ethereal Blade come out here, because if you can blow up that Tiger immediately, you catch him out, he's going to die. And they've got a lot of heroes that are very susceptible to just getting blown up, like the Dazzle and the Witch Doctor. And Shadowgrave isn't going to do anything for you if you die instantly. So I think we can probably see that next.
Yeah, the thing is, it's only really the Morphling who's getting a lot of farm. Yeah, Miranda's not doing too bad. The thing that's incredibly lacking so far on the side of Team S is their supports. They really have no farm for themselves. They're sitting on basically completely base items. Earthshaker's got a Sentry, some Observer Wards, a Teleport, and Arcane Boots, and the Shadow Demon's not doing too much better. Whereas if you look at Greed and Forest Gimp on the side of the Alphas, they've got a lot more. They've got a Buckler currently on Dazzle. He'll be working towards that mech. In fact, that might be... it's not a finished mech, and there's also a gem on the way as well. So yeah, these guys are very... these supports are very farmed compared to the side of Team S.
Yeah, and these you see what the tower advantage gives you is just the farm supports, and yes, obviously you want the most gold on your carries and your cores, but gold on your supports really helps a lot, especially when the supports on the other team aren't being able to get anything. But that's the thing with an early aggression lineup like the Alphas are running, and one that's very effective at taking towers is, I mean, if they lose a big team fight and Team S can get some momentum and just take some towers back, and all the advantages they've got in the early game doesn't really do anything for them. So
that is very true. I still feel like that Team S should really try to pick up some more of these tier 1s compared to... they're not really putting a lot of pressure on this tier 2 in top, and as we can see, thanks to Tinker, he's just able to teleport around the map, pop his marching machines and basically push back a lane no matter where it is. And actually, so these tier 1 towers haven't taken very much damage. The one in mid taken a little bit, but the one in bottom is basically full health.
yeah, Ro16 respawning now, so we can probably see them go back to the Aegis. I'm assuming the Alpha is with the dire advantage. We'll probably get that, and they could go there now because Team S has no vision there. There you see the gem doing work, and if we can quickly just speak about the gem, I didn't actually get a chance to when it got picked up initially, but it just shows that Alphas is not interested in taking the pressure off at all. They don't want to farm, they want to push, they want to end this game, and they're going to keep going for this top tier 2 tower now. But Team S actually Morphlings at top, so he's got no chance pushing that tower. Urshay going to get gauged on with the blink into the orbited defensive disruption from Disruptor, but is it going to... sorry, from Shadow Demon, is it going to be enough? No, it's not. And Disruptor himself in trouble now because the cast bounces onto him, but no, the tier 2 towers are going to go down. Are they going to keep pushing? Morphling doing work at top, just stopping the creeps coming, so they're not going to be able to push any farther, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, it's already
Invoker's dealing some damage though.
Or it's already a tier 2 tower loss though, and unfortunately this tier 1 tower in mid is not going to be able to get denied quite yet. Invoker did a good job of pushing out a bit, and they should have that very soon. But yeah, the thing about this gem is not just that it spots out the Moonlight Shadows and all that, and Invokers, Invis, and all that sort of stuff, but it really ensures that when they go for this rush, they'll have no issues with Observer Wards or Sentries or anything like that. They can basically deal with maintain map vision, and we can already see that how Fly Alphas has so much control, so much vision around the map. They basically can see anything and everything except for this jungle, really. They can see bits of it thanks to the traps, and they are set in the key locations, which is very well played there by the Templar Assassin.
Yeah, definitely. Funnily enough, we don't actually see see a trap in the Rosh pit where you'd expect to see them because they need that vision. Doesn't really affect them because obviously they get the Roshan, and quickly just looking at the Witch Doctor, he still has not got a point in Maledict. He's putting it all into Voodoo Restoration, so I don't necessarily agree with it. I really like the Maledict. I'm a huge fan of Witch Doctor, all his spells, and I love the Maledict. But it's obviously it goes to show what I was saying before with the gem. It's like they're only interested in pushing and keeping the pressure on, and Voodoo Restoration is basically like a walking fountain. So we're going to see them pushing bot lane out now. They've got the Aegis, they have the Desolator on the Templar Assassin completed, so they can push hard and fast.
Yeah, I think the Voodoo Restoration then just ensures that they can, as you were saying, continue on the pressure. And there we go, they're just de-warding as they go along. Currently, TMS have one. Oh, actually, there was an. Okay, that was just for Tinker to be able to get on out of there. There's an arrow, but it's not going to be able to. Yeah, not enough reach anyway. They've only got one ward up on the side of TMS, and it is in this river. That's not really giving them too much at the moment, because really the aggression from Alphas is coming around their jungle and past the river.
He got mid. Fish is actually going to miss because they are lifted by a tornado at that point, so that's a semi-big deal. But the EMP does kick off, so they all lose a lot of mana. Paralyzing cast used to just take out the creep wave, and it looks like they're just going to keep lane. Oh, they're going to miss that. Sorry, they're going to go in on the Invoker, and there he just gets destroyed by the meld with the Desolator. Wow.
Yeah, very powerful. There's a buyback, so it looks like they want to re-engage on this, and the Morphlings here as well, but it looks like they just have
What can they do?
We've got Tinker teleporting out. They could still defend this, but the issue is I don't think they're gonna. Well, they're gonna have to do something soon because 458 is doing a ton of damage to this tower thanks to the Desolator.
Yeah, you see the arrow going out there and missing, and now you have a Fisher onto the Templar Assassin, but she's got the Aegis, she's fine. And interestingly enough, you see that the Morphling has gone for a Yasha, obviously going to turn that into a Manta style. So he's planning on split pushing. I mean, that's what Manta style is going to give you. It gives you more capacity to split push. Yes, it helps with your right clicks, but he's not doing that much damage at the moment anyway. Completely avoiding the Ethereal Blade, but there's no point split pushing. Tinker's just going to teleport up there, lay down a march, and just destroy a wave. So, and the pressure just not relenting from Alphas. Templar Assassin is going to keep hitting this tower, but she's got no mana now.
She'll be fine. She's got. There we go. Pops the one charges, and there's a few. Oh, actually, Guanin, got to be very careful.
Use the Stampede to get out of there. And they're going to get second tower of deny for Invoker, but are they going to keep going after Rex?
Though.
They're all very low on mana, and the Witch Doctor didn't actually go for the mana boots as I thought he would. He's going to go straight for an Arcane Scepter. He's almost got it actually. So that's interesting. I wonder if he's going to go back for the Arcane Boots, but obviously they just think they don't need it. The one pair of Arcane Boots on Dazzle is going to be enough. And yeah, they're leaving bot lane though. They're just out of there. They've taken the tower. That's all they, I guess, really want to achieve here. But they need to keep the pressure on. I mean, there's no point taking it off. I mean, they've got the Aegis reclaimed in 3 minutes. Dazzle picking up some smoke now, so I suspect we won't see any relenting pressure. I think it's just going to keep going.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised they back off. As you were saying, oh, actually, Morphling goes in on here. That's bad because he's by himself at the moment. There is some support coming in from behind, but will it be too late? 458 does get stunned up. There's the EMP, and 458, he's still got the Aegis though, so even if he dies here, in fact, he's not going to. The Meld's going to be able to save him, and he's going to be able to walk on out of there. That is actually quite harsh for Team S, because they weren't even able to finish off the Aegis there.
Yeah, most definitely. And so there you go. They're just nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to be achieved. I thought Templar Assassin was dead for sure as soon as she ate that arrow to the face, but it actually wasn't that long range of an arrow. So the stun didn't last quite as long as they wanted. And I guess they were just afraid of the Centaur and what other heroes might be there. They're going to keep pushing bot lane.
Yeah, if they were able to kill off that Aegis, I think that this pressure from the Alphas, they probably still would have kept on a lot of pressure, but not as much as they're just feeling very confident to push up into the high ground at this moment because they've still got the Aegis. Without the Aegis, it's a bit different story. And we must have an initiation here. Morphling taking a bit of damage, he gets hexed up. His Lincoln is of course down and taking a ton of damage. Looks like he will be able to survive for a little while longer. And he's able to go out
that's balls deep here. She's actually locked off by the fishes, so she's just going to be fine. She's got the backup. She's got the healing from the Dazzle, and you see the power of the healing coming out from the Dazzle and the Witch Doctor.
Yeah, and thanks to this Tinker as well, just the marching machines, it's constant pressure. These creep waves are falling very quickly, and they can just continue going up into this high ground.
Morphling really going deep. No, he's just going to replicate out. Okay, I thought he was in a bit of trouble there, but they're actually going to fall. I mean, they're not even going to. They're going to And Shingo with his, as you said, he's going to go straight with that Slice of Ice. He's going to control the Morphling, control Mirana. Templar Assassin goes down from the Aegis, but it's not really going to achieve much. And the Morphling gets blown up.